Adorable.
Yeah. All right. This is a sick story. Woman survives internal decapitation. Did you hear this one yet?
Yep. Yeah, read this one.
This is
really
brutal.
It just gives me the heebie-jeebies and an incredible headache. Like thinking about how much of a headache you would have from this.
Now,
you know when you're hungover and you have that bad headache, I usually have to take a cold rag and put it on my head all day long. I'm picturing that times 8 gazillion.
Is she paralyzed?
That's what my question is, because
I guess we'll find out in the story.
A little screwy. In the paper, they had like her head in one of those cages, and her eyes were completely crossed.
I would imagine
they were.
This is probably the craziest thing that could happen to you, and you still
live.
And you live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Listen to this.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old...
Stop playing the clip from The Ring. What is that?
I can't.
That's like from Saw.
She has sex?
What is that?
That's her.
Oh, my God.
She's trying to explain what happened to her, and then
her head was off.
I guess her windpipe would stretch or something, and her vocal cords got screwy.
Well, basically what you're hearing is Shannon.
God,
she was in a car crash that separated her skull from her spine. Separated her skull from her spine.
Decapitated. She was decapitated.
It's just the
internally
flesh
decapitated. The flesh was holding her together.
Blood, like veins and arteries, and your windpipe, and just all that stuff is still attached. But the skeletal system, the whole thing that holds it there in place, was severed.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the creepiest thing that could happen.
She should be dead. I mean, you never are supposed to survive a decapitation.
I backed up. Here we go.
I remember the impact, and then I had no control over my head.
In a matter of seconds, 30-year-old Shannon Malloy's life changed. A car crash, January 25th, on a Nebraska road, dealt such a powerful blow that her head dislocated from her spine. The clinical term for her condition, internal decapitation.
I wasn't focused so much on the pain. I just kept thinking, I have to stay alive.
Dr. Gary Giselli says Shannon's will to live is what saved her.
I've seen it once before, and the patient unfortunately didn't make it.
5 screws drilled into Shannon's neck and 4 more in her head keep her stabilized. It's called a halo and prevents her skull from shifting. Not exactly an easy or pain-free procedure.
Oh, my God.
Tony Soprano should have held her nose shut.
Oh, you didn't.
Oh, no.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't say a word.
Oh, like he wasn't going to figure that out.
No.
I actually have not.
I know. He didn't figure anything out, so that's all I said.
All right.
That's all I said.
I'm going to watch him today, man. I want to catch up.
Yes, you better.
What happened to Frank Vincent calling on Mondays?
Frank Vincent had another hysterical line.
Did he?
God, he's got funny lines.
All right.
He gets every funny line.
He's a funny guy. All right,
I like that when Tony's on the phone with him. No, I'm not going to ruin it. Jimmy, this doesn't ruin anything. It's just a funny thing.
I don't want to know that Tony has a phone. I thought the phones were lost. Thanks for nothing. There goes my theory that they had gone back to Western times.
It just reminds me of what all of us do to each other. Because
Tony was blowing some...
Oh. No,
are
you nuts? At one point, Tony's talking to Frank Vincent's character there, and they're discussing a business deal that they don't agree on. And Frank Vincent says something to Tony, and Tony goes, "Well, now this is me hanging up on you." And Frank Vincent just holds the phone up and goes, "Click," and hangs up on him first. And Tony gets all pissed off that he got the hang up in first.
That's great.
And the look on Frank Vincent's face is pure satisfaction.
By the way, if you were listening to Friday's show, I was at F.H. Riley's over the weekend.
Yes.
Kind of celebrating my brother's birthday a little bit. And I'm sitting there with my brother and actually Steve from Bayshore. And phone rings. It's Bob Saget calling back.
Get out of here.
Remember we did that?
We left a message with Bob. You left a nice little voicemail message, and he called back.
I run out of F.H. Riley so I could hear him. You know, because a bunch of pests ended up down there, and, thanks for supporting the restaurant and all that, and thanks for what you guys did on Saturday. And so I ran out so I could hear him. He's like, I'm assuming that message was a goof. I'm like, yes, Bob, it was.
Yes, sorry.
And then he's like, you're not going to give this number to anyone, are you?
Oh, no.
He's like, now I'm scared that all your fans are going to have my cell number.
Look, he was all worried.
Yeah.
You left a number like a friend.
Yeah.
Like a message. You left a message like you were a pal of his. Hey, just goofing around a little. And he's like, you're not going to give this out, are you? Look, I'm going to change my number.
He goes, I was a little freaked out at first, but then halfway through the message, I realized, okay, he's doing this on the radio. But then he's like, you're like, I go, you're definitely not going to give this out, are you? I'm like, nah.
Oh, he's not your pal.
It was pretty funny, whatever. Not much more to it. All right, here's more from this woman that survived internal decapitation.
My skull slipped off of my neck. About 5.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Her skull slipped off of her neck.
That's gotta suck.
Oh, my God.
That could be
my God.
the most horrific thing ever.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you do when your skull slips off your spine?
Looks
and
stupid.
your head. Yeah, exactly. Your head. What do you do?
Put it back.
Can you you can't stand up. You would have to you would probably be compelled to hold it in place. And just freak out thinking, oh my God, my head is falling off.
You want to sneeze, your head becomes detached from your body again?
Oh, you couldn't. Imagine that. You get a little itch in your nose and so go, oh no, don't sneeze. Don't sneeze.
So the head must have flopped to the side?
Flop to the side.
Oh my God.
That's probably why she sounds like that. Everything, your windpipe and your vocal cords and everything probably bent.
Oh my.
I'm just speculating here because I'm not a doctor.
My brother broke his neck playing lacrosse, and he continued playing in the game, actually. He was in a tournament down in Virginia, and then I guess he knew some players on the other team, so they all went out drinking and stuff. He had the worst headache he's ever had, right? And he's in college, so they're messing around drinking and just having a good old time in the bar. And the headache was so bad when he got back to his hotel or whatever, he went to the emergency room, and they got an x-ray, and they come in the room with the x-rays, and they look at my brother, they go, don't move. Don't move. And then I believe the doctor looked at the x-ray and said, if I wasn't looking at you moving all your limbs, I would say this person is paralyzed. And he was in a bar that night, fucking around.
Jeez, lucky.
And then he had the halo, and when they took the halo off because you lose all your muscles, his head completely flopped, and he had to kind of hold his own head up until he got the muscles
you do the
straight back.
exercises, neck exercise.
How long's it on for? A couple months?
Man, I gotta ask him. Maybe he could email me. But at least I think it was all summer.
That
I
would
think
be
it was I think it was a minimum of 2 months.
Can they take it off so you can nap?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
that would be so claustrophobic.
Well, it's the halo, and then it's this huge kind of like vest thing. I think the whole thing weighs like 40, 50 pounds.
You gotta sleep in that and everything.
And you gotta sleep kind of with your head in the middle of this thing. You can't like rest it on a pillow.
Then again, your option is you never move below the neck again.
He ain't complaining.
Yeah.
He's not complaining.
You gotta take a dump with that thing on you like a big bird cage. What I would do is I would probably just put like a bird cage, like cloth over me, and then when people were boring me, I'd go, yada da 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 da, hope you liked our show. And it would just flop
pull
right
it
in front
shut.
of me. Yeah. Like a big, I would just pretend I was a bird, and I'd be talking, I'd go like, and I'd drop the curtain in the middle of the sentence, I'm like, I'm really gonna...
Just go to sleep, because that's what birds do.
Don't be birds. It's not night, you idiot. It's a fucking curtain. Where are your instincts, bird?
My skull slipped off of my neck about 5 times. Every time they tried to screw this to my head, I would slip.
That made rebuilding Shannon's neck strength a priority. But there were other complications.
I had a fractured skull, swollen brainstem, bleeding in my brain. I also have a GI tube in my stomach.
A GI Joe?
Nerve damage
in her stomach?
to my throat so I can't swallow. Nerve damage to my eyes so they cross.
Doctors are working on that. But today her skull has healed. She's well enough to have her halo removed.
I gotta tell you something. Usually, like, I want to hear every word when we play audio. I missed a few things in that, and I ain't backing up. I am not backing up.
No, it's painful to listen to.
I heard a few words there. That's all I need.
It sounds like E-Rock after his push-ups. He did.
Well, E-Rock did interesting push-ups. Every time he went down for a push-up, he took a bite of steak and leaned over and ate some Caesar salad. Jesus. But that fucking story changed quickly. I had a piece of fat-free salmon cake.
Salmon cake.
Can we get E-Rock in here now? Now, the bet started 4 days ago officially. What?
His arms got thrown up.
E-Rock.
Oh, like it's Sam.
I just asked you if you come in. You don't have... What's wrong?
Nothing. Ooh.
Sam just sprinting with the camera.
This is tough love. We want you to lose the weight. Now, we have one more clip, by the way, from this.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's healed now or something?
Well, they said they're taking the halo off, so her neck and skull are reconnected, but she's still got crossed eyes. And something, I don't know, something about her stomach. It sounded like G.I. Joe in her stomach, but of course that wasn't it.
I heard something like that, and like I said, usually I would back up and play it again so we get every word. I'm just going to assume it's a G.I. Joe in the stomach. I don't need to really know.
She sounded like she was suffocating. I can't listen to that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It sounds like she's suffocating. Like there's too much effort to living at that point. Oof.
So,
heebie-jeebies or what?
We'll talk about Paris after, too.
Wow. I got a headache just, like, listening to it. Like, my neck hurts.
All right, let's play the third clip.
That's why I can't watch, like, ER.
Then we'll get to E-Rock. Here's the third clip of Shannon.
Shannon's mom, Robin Frazee, is amazed that her daughter has survived this ordeal and has recovered as well as she has. Robin remembers
I'm glad my daughter is okay. You realize it's just the way the whole family talks?
Oh, my God. They just live way up in the mountains.
Yeah, it's like they live at like 25,000 feet.
They're Sherpas.
Yeah, right. That's the joke.
Robin remembers the first few days in the hospital and calls them touch and go. One doctor continued to tell the family to prepare for the worst.
It was just really scary because he just kept saying, "We've never, ever seen this injury in a person that's alive.
Some bedside
and
manner.
You need to say your goodbyes now."
Well, goodbye won't be happening anytime soon.
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
Oh, it's an absolute miracle. It's a miracle that she was able to survive from the actual accident, and also a miracle that she's made the progress that she's made.
Doctors will continue to work on Shannon's swallowing and vision. She says removing the halo was a big step for her, making her feel like a full recovery is in sight.
Oh yeah, they're big red. I would ideally like to be fully recovered. No, that's not going to be a great possibility. I get coming really close, so...
I have no idea.
A miracle is her jogging away from the accident. This is an amazing medical anomaly. I love how the word miracle is tossed around sometimes. A miracle is her going, wow, I should have died in that accident.
And the interesting part is the swallowing issue is being pushed by her husband. That's all he cares about. He's like, just fix that. Fix that. Yeah, I really should have a laughing box around my head.
Let's go to Bill in Jersey City. Bill, what's up?
Yeah, it's a shame she got the halo off now. Otherwise, she could have got a job as a Pez model.
All right.
Very nice. All right.